So J.D. Vance goes over into the mouth of the lion at ABC. One of the most liberal networks on all of television is ABC. And he goes and does ABC This Week, and he gets into a little bit of a tiff with the host, Martha Raddatz. And you've got to listen to this. This is literally how liberals think. And I'm going to give you an idea. Liberals are so distorted in their thinking. First off, I don't think they have any morals. I literally think liberals have no morals whatsoever. Second off, they never have an answer for anything. Absolutely never have an answer for anything. The only answer they have, well, it's Trump's fault. Let's be honest. And, here you have JD going on to ABC. Donald Trump's been on ABC. They're going everywhere. They go to every enemy encampment they can find. They rally in deep blue areas in deep blue states. They go to all the deep blue networks and do pressers. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris has turned down 2 debates from Fox News, absolutely refuses after repeated requests to interview on Fox News, has absolutely refused to do any. She has declined every single one. But amazingly, the liberals, well, Donald Trump's afraid to debate Kamala Harris again. Well, why would he? The only reason she wants to debate again is because she's losing. It's plain and simple. The honeymoon's over. Kamala is sinking. She's sinking like a rock in a very, very deep ocean. But meanwhile, J.D. Vance and Donald Trump, they just keep pressing right along. So J.D. jumps over to ABC, gets on this show with Martha Raddatz, and this is how liberals think. This is how distorted they are. And I'm going to give you kind of an idea of the liberal mindset. And I've said this before. A candy bar cost $1 under Donald Trump. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, candy bar goes up to $3. They get it down to $2 and they celebrate a victory. It is a win for them. Even though it's a complete loss for America, it's a win for them. And then they swear they did a better job than the last guy did, even though their candy bar still cost $1 more than the last guy. That is how they think. It is completely distorted. They are so not in touch with reality, it's not funny. And let's be honest, they simply have no morals. I cannot tell you the amount of arguments I've had with liberals. We literally have a statistic now for illegal immigrant violent crime. One that we literally track now. We didn't used to track it before because it never really was much of an issue as it is now. And the liberals love to say, well, it's such a small percentage, it really doesn't matter. And I say the same thing every time, really. So go tell it to the parents of a girl who got raped by an illegal alien. Actually, go tell it to the parents of a girl who got raped and killed by an illegal alien. Tell them that it's such a small percentage, it doesn't really matter. Collateral damage. It's worth killing all those innocent girls so we can get the illegals over here to hopefully in the future help us win election after election after election after election, because we're going to give them citizenship. Come hell or high water, those illegals are going to vote for us Democrats, and we will make it happen. That's why we must vote all Democrats out of office immediately. All Democrats must go. But being that I am a conservative, if I had a moderate Democrat that I thought had the ability to do a better job for America than a Republican, I would vote for the moderate Democrat. The problem is there's no more moderate Democrats. They're all so far left, they're lost. And here's a prime example of how lost liberals truly are. J.D. Vance goes on this show, and he literally has to say to her, do you hear yourself? Do you hear what you're saying? Because in her mind, what happened is justifiable because it's such a small percentage.
Do you support Donald Trump making those claims that the Republican mayor says were grossly exaggerated and have hurt the city's identity and sense of safety? I understand what you're saying, that some people left behind, but he's making these statements that the mayor is flat out disputing.
Well, Martha, you just said the mayor said they were exaggerated.
Grossly exaggerated.
That means there's got to be some element of truth here. And of course, President Trump was actually in Aurora, Colorado, talking to people on the ground. And what we're hearing, of course, Martha, is that people are terrified by what has happened with some of these Venezuelan gangs.
Senator Vance, I'm going to stop you because I know exactly what happened.
Martha.
I'm going to stop you. The incidents were limited to a handful of apartment complexes, and the mayor said our dedicated police officers have acted on those concerns. A handful of problems.
Only, Martha, do you hear yourself? Only a handful of apartment complexes in America were taken over by Venezuelan gangs, and Donald Trump is the problem and not Kamala Harris's open border?
You heard it for yourself, straight out of the mouth of the liberal. Since it's only a handful of apartment complexes, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Well, now I will admit, I have no idea how many units are in these apartment complexes, but I know where I live, we have apartment complexes that'll have 300, 400 units in them. So if you're taking over 3 or 4 of those with 300 or 400 units, that's a pretty damn big takeover. But not in liberal world. In liberal world, it's okay because it's only a handful. It's all right. It's okay that those girls got raped by those illegal aliens because it's only a handful. It's okay that all those girls got killed because it's only a handful. You know what? And it's okay to all those girls that are missing, that have been put into sex trafficking. It's okay because it's only a handful. Collateral damage. Simply collateral damage. For the 20 million illegals that we've let into the country, that by damn, they're going to vote for us one day because we are going to give them citizenship even though they're here illegally. We're going to give them citizenship so they can make sure that we win election after election after election after election after election. That is the liberal mindset. And that is why we must get all liberals out of office.